I decided to give this live update because I have watched what has been ongoing on social media in the past few days, in the past week or more. As you know, from February to end of May, I stayed away from the subject of EDOCHIE and May. I stayed away from social media comments. I did not want to talk about it. My reasons are many. First and foremost, I really think that this case has generated more controversy than is necessary. I am hoping that it will die down so that the people involved can move on with their lives and sort themselves out. That had been my prayer. I did not want to be in a position where I am the one firing the embers of conflict. 2, I am a very busy person. I have a lot of responsibilities. I am building an organization that is growing in directions and dimensions that we don't fully know. DPA is a product of necessity. We are responding to issues that exist in Nigeria, almost uniquely in Nigeria, and which are not being attended to by anyone else. And this is in the area of justice, administration of justice, equal rights, rights for women and empowerment of women, and an end to atrocities and abuse. So DPA is a sui generis in the sense that it is the first of its kind. If you look at a combination of our strengths and assets and strategy, you will see that DPA is completely unique. I don't even fully know it. The only thing I remember, or I can think about and feel that it enables me to understand DPA is when I look at the statement of Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg said that when their ideas don't come in a finished form, ideas don't just come to you as perfect, complete, and finished. Ideas evolve. You start something, it becomes something else, and you keep adapting to the new challenges and realities. That's what DPA has been for us. So we've got, if I begin to read to you, cases flowing in here, you'll be surprised. And as I have always said to you, DPA is not a law firm. You know, it's not a law firm. It is like thinking that the airport is an airline. No. We are interested in creating infrastructure to enhance justice. We are creating infrastructure. We are trying to link up, build connections between lawyers, clients, litigants, institutions, even helping in the law. By education, by teaching people their rights, because we believe that it doesn't matter what rights you have in the law book. If you don't know those rights, they're useless. Or if you know your rights, but you don't know how to enforce them, it would be like a pie in the sky without rockets to get you up there. Nigeria is a country with many laws, but hardly are these laws enforced. Hardly do people know their rights. And we started. So, the ongoing tension or escalation in the case of EDOCHIE and Queen May is actually unnecessary. It is orchestrated by people who are desperate for various reasons. Some people in this world think they must have their way. Regardless, they must have their way because somehow they view themselves as God or divine or so special. That is the only reason why you would do what you did. You cheated on your wife. It became public information. What do? You apologize to your wife. And you make a public announcement. And say, I'm sorry for what I did for my wife. To my wife, I'm really sorry. I feel embarrassed. But I hope that the public can allow us some private time so that our family can resolve this peacefully. That's what he should have done. Then he will commit himself to serious changes. He will commit himself to serious changes. And one quick second. he could have done that. You could have avoided all this whole thing. All he needed to do was, he actually started. He apologized to May. But he didn't stick to the apology. May would have forgiven him. May was willing to stay in the marriage and manage if you could just stop the affair. And that is because many of you who talk and say, oh, she left her husband because she cheated, she left her husband. You people are not fair. You don't understand what happened. When May heard this, they had a meeting, a discussion. And you wrote an apology to her and you said, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I did not mean to disrespect you. This happened. I tried so hard to leave this woman, but I failed. Please, even though she and I had a child, we had no plans to get married. That was what you said. And May was going to forgive him. May was going to take him back. No, so don't think that May ran because her husband cheated. No. So he tendered that apology. Within a week after that apology, May began to read on social media pictures that you had gone to marry Judy. Does that make sense to you? Somebody just apologized for cheating and assured you that there will not be marriage, no plans for marriage. And next week, the person is getting married, carrying wine. Even at that, May did not go for divorce. I'm telling you this because you see, it's very terrible for me to read all these false accusations against May when I knew the facts. It's very, very, very disheartening. Even when it happened, May did not say, okay, to hell with you, I'm done with you. No. When we met her the first time, the option of divorce was not top on the list. She didn't even let us confront Judy directly because she reasoned that if we went after Judy, it would drag Yul into it. Yul would come in to defend Judy. So to avoid fighting Yul, she just let it be. Well, the May you know today is different from the May that was then. Then she was very quiet, very subservient, very submissive, as you Nigerians would like women to be. She was not fighting. She was such a peaceful person. It was the circumstances of oppression and injustice that propelled her into who she is today. And even today, she's still a very quiet, peaceful force. She's a force, but a peaceful force. That is the type of person she is. So, all right. When you went into his polygamy, he didn't even do it quietly. You know, you injure somebody and you are rubbing insult into the injury. You know what? Let me also tell you something else that would have happened. Assuming you had married or gone to marry, because they can't marry. Forget all these things. You and Judy cannot marry yet. Anybody telling you that husband and wife, the person is drinking too much alcohol because they are not husband and wife, and they cannot be husband and wife until the marriage with May is properly dissolved by the High Court. So now, I want you to know these things. Assuming you had married Judy quietly, that is, he didn't go to social media to do these things, and assuming their child did not die, May would not have divorced him. I don't think so. But she would have separated from him. She thought of just separating, living her life alone without him. Just separate and even probably relocate, leave Nigeria. She wanted very quiet. Then she had options. She had the option of leaving Nigeria, maybe move to the United States or UK or Canada. Then leave Yul and his whatever he's doing in Nigeria. That was what crossed her mind initially. But a number of things prevented that. One, Yul was not satisfied with marrying or trying to marry Judy. He wanted to have May stand there behind the microphone and telling the world, oh, I love my husband, I have no problem with polygamy, if that is his choice, I am obedient wife, I want to support him. That was what you wanted. He wanted May to support their polygamy. May didn't want it. That was the breaking point. She may leave them alone, she may leave them for God. She already said God will judge you. That was her position. She believed that God would deal with it. But then you began to try to pressure her. So when May did not support the polygamy, you felt hurt. It's like she's rebelling from me. Who is she? Why can't she just support me at all cost? Then they decided to punish May. How did they decide to punish her? They wanted to isolate her and discredit her. It is called psychological oppression. Judy hired her friend Sarah Martins and paid money. They paid money to Daddy Freeze to use his platform to project a false image of May. Sarah Martins went there and began to present the narrative that Judy gave her. She spread the story that May was dating a married man. Who? Which married man? A married man without name? They just put it there in social media because they knew that many people in the social media don't reason logically. They don't care about the truth. They just hear sensational things, they hang on to it. So they spread that rumor. Then they also suggested that May was not an attentive wife, that she didn't care. She was aloof. In other words, that she abandoned her husband, forcing her husband to look for shelter, for accommodation, for love elsewhere. I'll never forget the word Sarah Martin used then. She said that Judy collected a nice man from a careless woman. That time, we told May, I particularly told May, well, we're going to take out legal action against Daddy Freeze, against Sarah Martins, against Judy Austin, since you did not want to go against you. Give us permission to deal with these 3 people. I was determined to deal with those 3 people. I was very determined to deal with them. All of them, including Daddy Freeze. I didn't like what he did. It was very terrible of him. Even though he pretended to be neutral, he wasn't neutral. He was cashing in on a program that aimed to destroy a woman. May said, no, don't touch Daddy Freeze. I knew why she didn't want to touch Daddy Freeze. She really didn't want these things blowing out of. She also said, please don't touch Judy, because if you touch Judy, you will come in. This was actually before they lost their child. So now it left for us to deal with Sarah Martins. We prepared. We marshaled out operations. Sarah Martins came very close to being arrested. Very close to being arrested. I'm telling you this because I was behind the operation. We were behind the operation. We wrote Sarah Martin a letter and she assaulted us. One stupid fellow lawyer in Port Harcourt told her, oh, Emekugwe is this, Emekugwe is a thief, Emekugwe is an armed robber and scammer. And Sarah Martin repeated that. When she repeated that, she now placed herself strictly within our own range of fire. So we no longer needed May's permission to deal with her because she had now attacked us directly. But you have to manage a case in a way that favors the client that she's comfortable with. So we were working on that. They lost their child. When they lost their child, that was when things got very, very bad. I'm telling you this now. I'm telling you this. And by the way, you have to understand how we work. We don't just repeat what our clients told us. Nobody does that. That means we are not professionals now. That means we are journalists repeating what we heard. We analyze things. If you tell me that, a bullet just came into your room, all you told me is that the bullet came into your room. When I investigate the case, I may find out who fired the bullet. So if I say, hey, this person fired the bullet, you can't say, hey, I'm repeating what my client told me. My client didn't know who fired the bullet. She didn't know details. There are so many things in the case that May didn't know. We had to piece these things together. It's our work. It's our work. May did not know that Yul was also deceiving Judy. May did not know that Yul was creating false impression that she wasn't a good wife. Yul was encouraging that impression. May didn't know that. There were many things about Yul that May didn't know. If May knew what we knew, this problem would have this thing. Yul exploited the fact that May didn't know certain things and didn't understand certain things about human nature, about the operations. May believed his story. May believed he was in the East shooting movies. May believe the story that, oh, his customers are in the East. He has to be in the East. I don't believe that. There are more Igbos in Lagos who watch Nollywood. Indeed, Yul's fans are more in Lagos, you know, those Okota area, Hispanda area, all those, what do you call it? Festac area, dominated by the Igbos. Absolutely. Yul doesn't need to go and shoot movie in the East. He didn't know do that. He was going to the East because of Judy. But May didn't understand. May assumed, well, he makes Igbo movies, so he can shoot it in the East. That makes sense. It didn't make sense. May also believed that the reason they were separated, he didn't want them to come to the East, was because of insecurity. We didn't believe that either. Because the senior EDOCHIE is living in the East with his wife and family. And Yul was living in the East most of the time. So how come that it's only his wife and children that he was concerned about for insecurity? There are things May wouldn't know. It's not her work. It's my work to know many things. It's my work to connect the dots. So when we are connecting the dots, sometimes we don't necessarily tell May everything we know, because it breaks her heart. You know, you don't want to call her and say, ma'am, they've been lying to you. Your husband been lying to you. Your husband is a crook. You don't want to do that, because it deepens the heart. We listen, we get information, we do what we gotta do to protect her. So, they spread the rumor. The May requested from day one. If you noticed, if you look at the court records, it was May that told the judge, please, let this thing not be on social media. It was May. Why? Because you wanted to use the social media where he believed he had dominance. Yes, he had dominance, he was an actor, he has a tremendous following, he had an appeal. Wherever he showed up, people would gather as a celebrity. So he believed he has the force of the crowd, and that he could use social media to force me into a corner. He went to social media. He went there. What did he do in social media? He went there to proclaim his love for the new woman. He went there to display pictures of him and the new woman, suggesting he had found peace, suggesting that was where his heart was. He went there to demand for return of bride price. He went there to demand her dropping the name. Why? You are doing all these things on social media. And when we try to respond, you say, oh, we're online lawyers. We are social media lawyers. Oh, leave it for the court. Leave it for the court. Those of you telling us, oh, leave it for the court. Did you leave things for the court? Did you and Judy leave it for the court? Why didn't they wait for the court to determine the case before they will have more children? So the case is in court. You are being accused of adultery in court, and you are committing more adultery and producing more children. They are rearing children. We can't even say they are producing children now. They are rearing children, like the way you raise farm animals. Why? For the past 3 years, Judy's prayer is to get pregnant. That's their prayer. Oh God, I want to get pregnant. I want to get more pregnant. Get pregnant, have more, as many as possible before the court can stop me. If you respect the court, you stop everything and wait for the court. So anybody telling me or telling us, oh, go to court, that person is an idiot. Complete idiot. Indeed, the person is not an idiot. The person is just supporting Judy. If you want us to wait for court, then don't do anything. Freeze. If you freeze, we freeze. The reason I'm making this broadcast is because I want to stop I want to stop giving any updates on this EDOCHIE matter. But on one condition. On the condition that Judy, you, Yinka, Link, and all their associates will not post anything on social media. If they stay out of social media now, we will stay out of social media too. So this is a challenge to them. I gave that challenge long ago. If you recall, when I said to you, if you give any more interviews, I will respond. He stopped doing it directly. But he has all these people doing it indirectly. If they try to tarnish me on social media, I will respond, and I will. That's what we call escalation dominance. I don't know if you had heard of the concept, escalation dominance. If you attack me 1, I will attack you 5 times. I think Yinka learned that lesson. Yinka has learned that lesson. And now that Yinka decided to keep calm, I will leave her. If she wants to sue me or do anything, I welcome that. Anybody who wants to sue me can just sue me neatly. I prefer you sue me than you're waging useless social media war. If you think I did something wrong, it is your right to sue me. It's my right to respond. That's how civilized people do things. Okay? So if you attack me in any way, I will attack you. And by the way, even if May says to me now, as May calls me and says, okay, Emeka, I don't want DPA in my case anymore. It doesn't mean I will leave you alone. You know why? Because you attacked DPA directly. Many of you attacked DPA directly. And the reason I'm not attacking you on behalf of DPA is because we are still dealing with May's case. So if May takes her case from us, it leaves DPA to deal with you directly. And I can, because I saw the things you posted there. Look at the woman called Vox Jane. Vox Jane has been on our radar for a long time. We've been watching her, cataloging her utterances. She's in Port Harcourt where she's trading. I don't know why these people endanger themselves. If we file a petition against you, the police will arrest you. The police will arrest you. It's a certainty. There is a law you are violating, cyber bullying. I have more than 30 posts you made targeting me, discrediting her, tarnishing her, defaming her, blackmailing her, stalking her. Clear. If I file a petition, they will come from Abuja and take you to Abuja. Fox Jane. The same with Chijeni. I'm in America, Chijeni is in Canada. You know how things work, Chijeni. Just as you can complain to any authority in the United States if I do anything wrong, I can complain to various authorities in Canada where you are. But above all, I have evidence that you have committed a crime. I have evidence that you did it for monetary purpose because I have seen your following, social media following, grow from 30,000 to 300,000 within a spate of 2 months. And 95% of that is because you're attacking me. So you have commercial purpose for doing something wrong. That is a crime. I don't know which lawyer is talking to you people. If you think I'm wrong, go and talk to a lawyer. Choose your own lawyer. Go into his office. Explain to him these things. Tell him the truth. That lawyer will tell you to run. Because you've violated the law. Violated the law in Canada. Violated the law in Nigeria. And you think because you're in Canada, you're above the law. The same thing, Nkechi Njaka was thinking the same. Nkechi Njaka was in Canada too. The whole, I'm not happy with what's happening with Nkechi. I think she has learned a lesson. I think the government is going too far. But Nigerian government is very ruthless government. Look at what they're trying to do with the senator. Senator Natasha, they were trying to arrest her. It was yesterday a judge said no. If they can try to arrest Senator Natasha, who is Chijeni? Who? You see, this is what Uncle Baba realized. Because when you live on this social media, you talk. You don't understand the reality of the world. That's what Uncle Baba said it to me himself. He said to me, Barrister, I now know the difference between social media and reality. Social media, you sit in your house, tap. Reality, you sit there and wait for the judge to come. And you're afraid of being arrested. And reality is that all those people who cheer you up will not show up in court. Indeed, they can't even give you the money they collected for you through GoFundMe. Then you find out you're alone. Okay, Uncle Baba was receiving support from people using fake accounts. People create all kind of accounts on social media. You can tell them. They don't even use their own pictures. They were sending inbox to, yes, attack them. Attack the lawyer. Attack this. Attack the people. Attack May. May is this. And Uncle Baba will come and run his mouth. You didn't ask yourself, those people telling you to attack people, why can't they do the attacking themselves? Because some of them are smart. That's why some give money to him anonymously and some give money with their name. Those who give money with their name are now crying that their name is published. I'm laughing at them. Oh, so you're embarrassed that your name is published? That means you're doing something wrong. If I'm doing the right thing and you publish my name, I will be happy. If I go and give money to an orphanage in Nigeria and you publish my name, that I gave money to the orphanage, I'll be very happy. Yes, I'll be extremely happy. It's only when I gave money to a wrong cause that I'll be embarrassed. By the way, yes, somebody asked a question that is, I think it's, yes, somebody asked, is there Interpol in Nigeria? Yes, there's Interpol. And we're going to use Interpol. There's Interpol in Nigeria. Absolutely. Once Nigerian police, this is how it works. Once the Nigerian police declares you wanted, and what they will do is they will invite you to show up. If you don't show up, they declare you wanted. And if you're outside the country, they will just send a note to Interpol. Interpol will now send a note to all police all over the world. We have Interpol. Indeed, I think I knew the last head of the Interpol unit. I think he's now retired. But I knew the AIG in charge of the Interpol in Nigeria. So I don't know what's wrong with some people. Listen, you are free to express yourself on any idea. Just don't attack people. And whatever you do, you must always say the truth. The problem with you is that you are not saying the truth. If you are saying the truth, even if it's ugly truth, nobody can do anything about it. If you are saying the truth, the entire truth, even if I don't like the truth, I can't do anything about it. It's when you lie. Then there's also what called harassment. You are following a woman. If she lands in London and sends a picture of herself in London, you go and disturb the picture and say she's gone to see boyfriend. That is terrible. That is terrible. If you come out and make a post, Judy and May, who is more beautiful, that's your opinion. We don't care about such things. So, Uncle Baba realized it. And it took Uncle Baba a long time. Don't forget that it was on December 11th. It was on December 11th that a letter was sent to Uncle Baba asking him to cease, desist, retract, and apologize. He could actually have done that, and that would be it. But no, he didn't do that. He was under a wrong impression. Let me reveal something that will shock you in Uncle Baba. When we got a letter to Uncle Baba telling him to cease, Uncle Baba had a friend, somebody who posed to be an organizer of the event in Ghana, which May attended. So Uncle Baba contacted the person and told the person, oh, I got this letter, so I'm sorry, please tell with me, I'm sorry. He took out that part where he accused her of being a lesbian. He took it out. And the person lied to him. The person said, okay, don't worry, I have spoken to May, and May said you are forgiven. So Uncle Baba believed that May forgave him, that it was us, DPA, pursuing him. Even when the police arrested Uncle Baba told them that he had no problem with May, that it is me, DPA, they had problem with. He told them that May will not come. So when May showed up at the police station, Uncle Baba was shocked. He was misled. So this kind of thing, but then he was arrested. There was decision, deliberate decision was made. We said, do not detain him in a way that will violate his right. He's entitled to be released after 24 hours unless he's charged to court. So we maintain that they should follow the law strictly in detaining Uncle Baba. So Uncle Baba was released the next day. as if we knew that Uncle Baba would start thinking of suing the police. They released him. So Uncle Baba sued because there was handcuff. I laughed. You see, we Nigerians are very funny. The official way to arrest a person is to handcuff him. So the police can handcuff you. Oh, the police did not invite you. They don't have to invite you. The reason Nigerian police invites you is actually because they don't have the resources to come and pick you up. So they want to make it easy for themselves for you to come. Look at anywhere else in the world. Is there any place in the world where police will invite you? In America, will the police invite you? Do you hear that police invite suspects? No. It's only in Nigeria that the police will invite you. So now, it gives some people a sense of entitlement that they should be invited. They don't have to invite you. Now that you are handcuffed and your image shown to the world. That's not the question is, were you truly handcuffed? Yes. Were you arrested by the right authority? Yes. Were you suspected of committing a crime? Yes. So the picture is true. The picture is true. The picture did not lie. You were arrested and handcuffed. And that picture was disseminated because we knew that Baba would deny that he was arrested. That already began to deny things. He began to lie. He said that May was begging him or crying in the police station. Those were lies. So if he could tell those lies, Baba would never have admitted that he was arrested. And why did we use the endorsement trick to set him up? Because we wanted to put in evidence that he too wants endorsement, that he too liked endorsement, that he was jealous and envious of May. So we had to use the endorsement plot. Besides, it saved us cost by luring him. Instead of going to his house, searching his house, and maybe there is an incident, a shootout or something. So it was better to bring him into a space controlled by the police. So we used the endorsement. It was so. Everything we did on Baba would have defended. That was why I was happy when he went to court. Though he has now withdrawn that case. I was very happy. He would never win on that one. But even at that, after the incident, Baba was going to apologize. He wanted to apologize. Chi Jenny told him not to apologize. Yeah, we have all that. So you see, Chi Jenny had gone beyond making statements. She had gone beyond being a public commentator. She cannot say, hey, I saw this public topic and I began to comment on it. No, she is an actor. She acted. She had a motive. She was just directly involved as Judy was involved. The evidence is building up. We've got it. I don't know who advised them. So did she think that, oh, one day it will just go away? People will forget. No, things don't work that way. She should start putting money aside for lawyers. If she wants to use GoFundMe to raise money, she should start doing so now. Because that will happen. That will happen. I use this opportunity to send a message to Yul and Judy. What happened had happened. The mistakes had been made. End it now. End this social media war. Stop attacking me. Stop trying to undermine her. I'm saying this particularly to Judy because Judy is actually the driving force now. Yul allowed it, but Judy is the first. It was Judy that spoke to VoxGen recently and causing VoxGen. We know these things. Many of you have been infiltrated. We have information. We know what you're doing. I'm sure Yinka will understand how quickly. We have a lot more information. We have a lot more information about Yinka and the link we have. But it's not our duty to come and share everything. It's not our duty to ignite fire. Also, we know that May is interested in peace. She doesn't want to antagonize the entire EDOCHIE family. She has respect for her parents-in-law. That is Pete EDOCHIE and his wife. She respects them. She's open and willing to respect anybody in the family who respects her. She respects Rita EDOCHIE. She doesn't want to find herself in a situation where she is fighting the family. So because of that, we mellow down, because I know whatever I do now people will say, May told me to do it. And May was concerned about it. May was even concerned about the information regarding Yu's accident, which we posted. That was because May did not read VoxGen. She didn't know what VoxGen wrote, which triggered and prompted our response. Please do that. Let us begin to repair this horrible mistake made. Okay, you're already on the path of dissolution. You're going to dissolve this marriage. You will carry on with his life. He may marry Judy if he wants. And he can marry another person to achieve his dream of polygamy at that point. But allow May to go. If you had kept quiet for 6 months, 3 years ago, if you had just kept quiet in 2022, 6 months was what it would take for the matter to be forgotten, and he will resume his career as a highly celebrated artist. But he didn't want that. He wanted to control the narrative. And look at the harm it has done to everybody. It has done harm to him. It's done harm to Judy. It has done harm to me. It even did harm to us. Do you know the amount of insult I have received from many people? I'm not as forgiving as you think. I write down everything. I save everything. It doesn't mean that I will come after you for the things you said. No. I'll use it to protect myself in case 10 years from now, 15 years from now, I meet you and the situation look different then and you want to smile to me. I don't want to be deceived. I want to be able to know that you insulted me and attacked me 20 years ago. And that is what defines your character to me. Not your smiles or things you'll be doing 10, 5 years from now. So, those of you, another thing I want to talk about is, people say, oh, May should go and talk to May Nation. No. May did not create May Nation. May has never told anybody. Listen to me very carefully. May has never told anybody to criticize you or Judy. May has never told anybody to help her on social media. Indeed, May is trying to stop me from doing what I consider necessary in defending her on social media. So how can May talk to people she did not send? That is it. However, we know that Judy sent Sarah Martins. We know that. Sarah Martins is our witness. So based on that, we know that Judy sent Chi-Jenny. We knew that Judy sent VoxGen. And then Chi-Jenny sent her own people and those things. We know that. So I can tell Judy to stop her people. But I don't have reason to tell May to stop. And in fact, I would discourage May from saying anything at all to anybody. Because once she begins to talk to them, then the question becomes whether she talks to them hard enough, or whether she talks to them often enough, whether she talks to them the right way. I want to maintain zero discussion of it with anybody. People will come and say, hey, May, I have been supporting you. She will say one word or one sentence. She will say, thank you. Thank you. That's all she says to anybody. She doesn't say, okay, continue, or how did you support me, or what did you say? No, she will say, thank you. That's the only thing she can say. So telling me to talk to May Nation is complete stupidity. Because you think that May created May Nation, and then she knows who they are, and she's talking to them, she's telling them what to do. No such thing, no such thing. So, you and Judy, they have the power to end this. Stop attacking me on social media. Leave her out of your chest of topics. And tell your friends like Yinka to do likewise. If you do that, in 6 months from now, nobody will be talking about this case. On the other hand, if you continue the way they're going, hoping to win, they will never win. They will never win. Because this is a battle, a conflict between good and evil. This is a fight between good and evil. Clear cut. People with conscience will always support the good. So there's no way they can win. I don't know. Many of you have asked questions here. I think if I can see any question I can answer, I will. Somebody asked about Interpol have answered that. Yes. I have explained to you about the case in court. DPA is not a law firm, I emphasize. DPA makes sure you have the best lawyers when you need them, and that you have them at the cheapest possible cost, and that those lawyers will deliver. That's what we do. DPA will make sure you have a good lawyer who will understand your case, who will fight for you, who will charge you the least amount of money possible and sometimes free, and who will render quality service in a timely manner. That's what DPA does. I explain this to you. As I sit down now, if I begin to read for you reports on cases, all the lawyers working on DPA cases, at the end of the day, they will give me reports. They will send, not me, they send it to the system. Our system will see the report. One of them wrote today, I have not mentioned the names of the parties. He said, this matter came up today, 17th June 2025, before Honorable Justice M. Balogu, sitting at the High Court, Saboyaba, Lagos, for report of mediation. At the proceedings, at the day's proceedings, the court was informed that the parties were not able to hold any session of the mediation at the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse with the court mediators as a result of the inability of the parties to agree on a convenient date and time for the session, mostly resulting from the conduct of the first respondent, that is, and his counsel, that is the man who were representing the woman. The court admonished the parties to attempt mediation towards the resolution of the issues, including the children's welfare maintenance, with the mediation team in view of the forthcoming annual vacation. However, the first respondent, that's the man, his counsel, undertook to ensure that the children's welfare was fully cared for during the period of the mediation and vacation, as same was brought to the attention of the court. That is, we told the court to make sure, our lawyers told the court to make sure that the man pays child support, takes care of the children. If he's delaying this case, he can keep delaying it, but he must be taking care of the children. His lawyer told the court he will do so. The matter was adjourned to the 7th of October 2025 for a report of mediation. The parties were absent from court. This is a report from one of the lawyers in one of the cases. I get about 30. My work is to read these reports. When I read these reports, we make arrangements, the lawyers get paid. The lawyer must give me this report so I know what is going on. If we don't have this report, how can we pay the lawyer? How can we determine the next move? All right. So that is from Lagos. After reading Lagos own, I go to Abuja own and I begin to get reports. One of them says today, updates on the case of Dr. Susan Susan. The preliminary objection was not served on time due to no fault of ours, and they asked for extension to reply. The court said, in the interest of fair hearing, we should come back 23rd of July 2025. Again, that's a report. So we sit down here reviewing confidential reports on various cases. Based on this, we forward these reports to our clients. We advise our clients, our members, explaining to them what to expect. It is a three-way system. Imagine a triangle. In that triangle, you have the lawyer handling the case at one point, at one angle. At the other angle, you have our member, who is a member to us, but client to the lawyer. And then at the other end is you have DPA. DPA is funding the case. DPA is who makes sure the lawyer gets paid. DPA is the person that makes sure that the lawyer doesn't talk to you about money. The lawyer just work. As far as you are concerned, the lawyer is working because your fee has been guaranteed. The lawyer knows that even if you don't have money, we will pay, because we have cases of people who don't have money at all. The lawyer trusts us. The lawyer is not worried about payment. That's what the DPA does. That's how we work. Okay? So it is a model which we are replicating in different parts of the world. We want to spread it that way. So that is how many people will get justice. If you continue the traditional way, many of you will never get justice. Because first and foremost, where do you know this lawyer from? You don't know who is a good lawyer. You're going to meet a lawyer from your church. Because he's your church member, you think he's a good lawyer, but you don't know, he doesn't know anything about law. After graduating, he left. I never practiced law again. Or you say, I'm taking this lawyer, he's from my town. Or this lawyer my friend gave me. That's not. You come to DPA. We take your case, we analyze it, we understand the problem, we summarize the facts of the case, we put it across, get the lawyer in, the lawyer reviews it, we ask the lawyer to give us a preliminary of his thoughts, we share thoughts and strategy with the lawyer proceeds to court. We take care of his fee, take care of everything, the lawyer goes to court. And every day after going to court, the lawyer will report like this to us. This day reported will be sent to the client, because you see, the client was not in court. He'll get this report, and the new date is revealed to her. Then our office will stay in touch with her, reminding her of the court date. A week before the court, they should be reminded. If there's anything we needed from her, another office is handling it. So that is because of the technology. I can read this report anywhere in the world, even on a cruise ship. My physical location is irrelevant. I'm not your lawyer. I'm not the lawyer to go to court for you. So my physical location is immaterial. And God forbid that I should go to court, because if I went to this particular court, what about the other courts? I'm supposed to, a headmaster, the principal doesn't teach in a classroom. Do you understand? The owner of the university doesn't have to be a professor. The owner of the hospital doesn't have to be a doctor. Indeed, the owner of the airline doesn't have to be a pilot. Alex Onyema is not a pilot. But he hires pilots. So, and he knows who is a good pilot. That's the way the world works. That's what we do in DPA. DPA is a justice management organization, not a law firm. We manage justice. We are justice concerns. If it requires a lawyer, we give you a lawyer. If it requires counseling, we give you a counselor. Whatever it requires, we do it. Okay? So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to end this, but I encourage you to be fair, to be balanced. Those of you who support me, I know you did it because of you felt she was unjustly treated. But if they don't attack her on social media, don't attack them, leave them. We've got other things to do. So if they don't attack me, don't provoke a fight. Because my problem is that some of you, you need to avoid provoking a fight. I saw some people continuing to attack Uncle Baba. Why are you attacking Uncle Baba? I already said, leave me alone. Uncle Baba is helping us. Very soon, we're going to give him a desk at DPA office so he can help us, because we have people we're pursuing. Uncle Baba will work for us and help us. He will help the police catch them as well. So it's important that we give Uncle Baba milk and butter. Let's give him milk and butter now and make sure he's okay. By the way, they hate him there. If they know how to buy him, they'll buy him. So we are going to protect Uncle Baba. By the way, I'm going to make a donation to Uncle Baba for his wedding. I'll give him money. And if you have money to help Uncle Baba, please do. It doesn't mean anything. It means you're a generous heart. I'll give Uncle Baba money for his. I have no, as long as he cooperates, he has changed anyway. So he's my friend now. Uncle Baba is my friend now. He's serious, he's genuine, he's retracing his steps, and he's cooperating with us. And very soon I'll give him a desk in DPA office. He will sit there and walk from there. So he will help us catch those GoFundMe crooks, the GoFundMe bandits. I don't know. Do I have any questions again? Hands need to touch. Yes, certainly. I mean, I don't hate Vox Jane. I don't hate Queen Jenny, Chi Jenny. I don't have personal feelings towards them. But their actions must be put to test under law. Their actions must be put. Let Vox Jane have the opportunity of explaining her writings. At least when they asked Uncle Baba, why are you writing these things? He said, I was just making an analysis. I want Vox Jane to come and tell the police she was making analysis. Yes, I meant Oge Chinjaka. Sorry, I didn't mean Nke Chinjaka. Oge Chinjaka, yes, that was the woman. She was in, I don't know if she's still there. They should let her go. I think she got her lessons. So when she goes back talking nonsense and claiming she has evidence, she now knows the consequence. But they got her. I wasn't happy when I saw that she was arrested, not even by the police. She was arrested by vigilante. She was arrested by vigilante. The vigilante arrested her, and dragging her. And she's remanded. They didn't grant her bail. Then if they granted her bail, she will leave. And you can see that going into other things in her case. They're now saying she set up money organization to scam people. You have to understand how Nigerian police works. If they want you, they will fabricate anything to get you. I'm not saying it in their back. I put it in my book. You need to read my memoir. I don't know how many of you are reading my memoir. I'm going to read my memoir. Because my memoir will shock you. It X-rayed Nigerian criminal justice system. The few people I sent my memoir, after reading it, they were shaking their heads. Nobody read that. I didn't even give them the who, I just gave them chapters. After reading certain chapters, they were so terribly disturbed by the reality of Nigeria. So given this country we live in, you should avoid trouble. Because when the police catch you, they will manufacture a crime for you. Even if no crime was put there. They will manufacture a crime. They will write it for you. That's how the system works. And it's not enough to just dismiss them or blame the police. It's a very complex system. Nigeria is a very complex system of corruption. So when you start doing this nonsense and you end up in the hands of the authorities, don't blame anybody. I know how they operate. I have been in the belly of the whale. I know how it works. Okay, who else? I am with Queen May from 27th of April 2020 when you came out to announce that bag of, okay, yeah, all right, that's Georgia. Hello, Georgia, how are you? Yeah, she Geneva stepped her bounds. No, Georgia Reid. How do you know Baba is fake? Georgia Reid says Baba is fake, is pretending. You know, sometimes when you make certain comments, it shocks me. Because Georgia, you are suggesting that you understand this better than I, or that you have better skills than I in evaluating witnesses and interrogating people. Now, tell us your training. Where did you receive your training that made it possible for you to judge Baba accurately than we did, more than we did? I'm talking about Georgia Reid. She said Baba is fake, he's pretending. How did you know? Because we don't know that. You must be better than us. You must have worked harder than us on the case, which made it possible for you to understand it when we did not understand it. This is the point I'm making. Reid, you think you are helping me, you are not helping me. Because you are disorganizing our strategy. You are telling us not to work with Baba. So you're not helping me. If we follow your advice, May will get into trouble. So you people should learn when to keep quiet, when to suppress your opinion, and allow professionals to do things. And if you have information suggesting that Baba is faking, you could have forwarded it to us privately to say, hey, please be careful with Baba. I saw this, this is my evidence for suggesting he's faking. You didn't send that to us. You come in the public and just spew nonsense, complete nonsense. And when I ask you now, you say, I'm May's supporter. How are you supporting me? By disorganizing the strategy of her lawyers? Let's move on. Any other person with intelligent question or comment? Yes, Hope Court is observing you. Well, I believe that Falana, who is the counsel, will bring this up. We will make sure we supply every information necessary to Falana. We try, that's our work, to make sure we provide them facts, we discuss with the lawyers, know their strategy, and help them.